When somebody asks you for a discount, don't get frustrated. Look at it as a buying signal. Like, you don't ask for discounts until you're ready to buy. If I walk into Michael's, I'm already Googling what's the coupon, because I know there is one, right? There's always a freaking Michael's coupon out. So,
I'm gonna buy more if I have the coupon.
yes, I am. I'm gonna see how much I can get off. Bed Bath & Beyond, I walk in with 20 coupons. I have a file in my car of Bed Bath & Beyond coupons, because you can use one for every single item in the store. But I walk in with 40, knowing I'm going in for towels. Like, but I'll find more. I'll find more stuff to spend on. So knowing that, discounting, looking at it, when somebody starts asking you about that, or they're, oh, is there anything you can do? They are like, the fire is burning hot. So instead of looking at it as like, oh God, they want me to discount my services, I already gave them the best price possible, look at it as they want you.
But is it, or is it, I mean, especially in photography, like,
Yeah.
there's so many, like, fly-by-night photographers out there that they compete based on price.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get it, like, if somebody values price more than quality, they're gonna go with somebody like that.
Right.
But then we can't control that.
Yeah, but I feel like I get a lot of price shopping. It's like, oh, you're so expensive when I can get Joe Schmo for half your price. And it's like, well, yeah, but if you compare the work, it's apples to
You don't even have to
oranges.
do that. Ready? Let's play the game.
Okay.
Go ahead, you be bride.
Oh my God, like her photography is like half your price. Like, can you do anything for me?
Why do you think that would be?
I don't know.
What do you think us photographers use to try to kind of figure out what we're worth?
Your camera? How long have you been doing it?
Equipment definitely has something to do with it. The quality of equipment we buy, because I mean,
You don't just use your phone?
nope, we definitely don't use our phones. But even that, there's my mom's flip phone to my iPhone 10 Big Mac Daddy shoots better than my boyfriend's actual camera, right? So like you start walking them through why the price is more. And so, experience, yeah. How long do you think that person's been shooting? How many weddings do you think they've shot?
They've been shooting for like a year?
So how much experience do you feel comfortable knowing that they maybe only have a few weddings under their belt versus I've shot 7,000 weddings, right? But like when you start to walk them down the path of there's always going to be somebody cheaper. You're in any of those Facebook groups, there's like this one photo video, but they have like packages starting at $800 for 6 hours of photo and video with like 2 shooters of how do you feed yourself on that? Like, I don't, you have 4 people working for $800 for 6 hours. Like, I don't know how they make any money. That's not my problem, right? That's their problem. There is always going to be a bride for those people. They've been around for 10 years. I asked her, I messaged her, how long have you been in business? What are you doing? How'd you come up with your pricing structure? I'm fascinated. Like, I want to know more. But they've been doing it for 10 years. They both have full-time jobs. It's forever this side hustle. Like, it's a hobby. So you can't compete with that person. You'll never be able to. So making sure that they understand and asking them the questions to make sure they're asking the questions of the next place they go to, saying, well, what do you think that includes? It also requires you to know your competition really well. You should know, ask everybody, who else are you looking at? What other planners are you talking to? And when you ask that information, all of a sudden, you're like, but you better go learn who those people are. I knew everything about this property when Erica worked here, the old sales manager. I knew the price point. I knew how much the ballroom sat. I came out for a tour. I knew Bella to every single venue around me. I knew everything about them. I never talked smack because everybody's you do you, we do us, but I knew what we had that you didn't have. And that's how we sold it. So when they were like, oh, we're going to look at Bella Collina is a beautiful venue. Amazing. What's your plan for the 150 guests you told me are coming in from out of town? Where are they going to stay? And it became, well, there's hotels in Claremont. Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's some great little cute ones. There's great. And how are they going to get from the reception to the hotel through the hills of Montford? And so I didn't say a word. I just knew we had hotel rooms. Your guests can drink and moonwalk their way up to their hotel room and be good to go at the end of the day. So knowing enough about it and looking at when they push to that point of pricing discounts, they are ready to go. And so like if they're saying, what can you do? I mean, I'm not a discounter, I'm a value adder. You have to decide. When they burn that hot, I'll throw in hotel rooms all day long. What do I care? Signature drinks, like whatever I have that costs nothing, throw it in. Get it booked. And then, because that is a hot lead. I mean, I gave deadlines. You have until this, and I never break. If I give you 7 days, you have 7 days. On day 8, if you have not signed a contract with your deposit, you do not get it. Under no circumstances. Because you break once, you're done forever. Because they all seem to know each other. No, I'm just kidding. But they do, right? So just looking at it, you don't have to do anything like that. But when I looked at when somebody's that far through the process, they are asking me like, oh God, I'm trying to make it work. The other thing is really to know your industry well. If they're planning an event where they need furniture and they also need lighting, say, ask them what are they budgeting for the other categories. Sometimes they're like, well, I budgeted $1,000 for my cake. I'm like, you have 60 people. You need like 400. And that's like mid-range Central Florida. Can I have that other 600 into your budget? Like, give it back to me into my category. So it's also knowing like what's important to them, what's not important to them, which requires knowing the industry really well, not just what you do. You kind of have to know all of it. Because that is, like you were saying, Angie, being that helpful force to them that they don't know. Because they're Googling, right? They go into the knot, they put in their budget, which is unrealistic to start with, and then the knot divides it out by percentages. I don't know what city they pick that off of, but it's a mess, right? So it doesn't really always work that way. And today's couple doesn't buy like that. They buy what's most important to them. They'll spend $5-6 grand on Mary coming to shoot, and she'll wear a dress from Goodwill. I mean, not that bad, but she's not spending. They're kind of picking and choosing what's the most important thing to them, and then they cut and save in other areas. My friend got married on Saturday. Her entire cake was styrofoam. It was a dummy cake. They literally picked up a styrofoam cake that was from the shop, put it on a table, and she ordered sheet cakes. They were $1 serving because she didn't care about the cake. She could have cared less. So, but for her, it was more important for her to have like uplighting in the room and this like floral swag thing on the table that I was like, great, wherever you want to put your money. So just knowing that the discount is buying signals. Every buyer goes through the exact same journey. This is how you purchase, how I purchase, and how your clients and customers are purchasing. The first is the awareness of they have a problem, like I need something, right? That's step one in everybody's process of buying. Then I start to consider and say, what are my options? And I start reviewing all the choices and the options. And then I make a decision. When you know these are the 3 steps, you have to kind of figure out for that target and the ideal customer, what are they thinking all the way along the step? So like, Andy, your bride in the awareness stage is like, oh, I need flowers for my wedding. I have no freaking idea what flowers cost. That's where she's at right here.
That's what I'm here for.
I have no idea. So now I'm considering, so I'm shopping other people, I'm maybe Googling ideas, I'm creating a Pinterest board, I'm doing all those things to get my ideas together, and then I'm gonna meet with people. The people who help me the most in consideration will probably be who I help make a decision with. But every step of everything you buy in anything in your life, you go through this. This morning, we are almost out of toilet paper. Where is the fastest way I can get it that I don't have to go to the store because I don't have time today? Hashtag Amazon. And I place the order and it'll be delivered by the end of the day. Right? That literally is...
Subscribe and save.
I know, but I'm not subscribing yet. I haven't subscribed yet. I know, I'll get there. I know, I don't. I'm close. I feel like Amazon already owns my life a little bit, so I'm afraid at the subscription. I just can't get to the subscription yet, but I'm close. I'm really close. Toothpaste. What? Decision.
Number 3, make your decision.
Make my decision.
Sign it.
Oh, God. Andy just forced me to sign up. But you need to define these and start tailoring your marketing messages to these different steps. Like, did you just get engaged and you haven't picked a venue yet, but you've already fallen in love with the perfect bouquet? Have you been watching people's wedding videos for years as your friends have gotten married and know exactly the style of what you want? Now he put a ring on your finger and you're like, oh God, where do I start to find that now? Like when you start talking to them, knowing which step they're in, like have a meetings page or a tour page on your website and talk to them like you're having consideration, like they're in that phase. So what is she saying and thinking and doing in every phase of purchasing from you? But we all do it the same way. So the sales is a process. This is where I kind of bombed until I went to sales training. Like, I mean, I had a process. I got a lead. I harassed my leads until they came in to meet with me. They met with me. We scheduled a tasting. They came in and ate. And that was it. So, you know, I'd get the lead, and that was prospecting, and I'd establish a relationship in that initial meeting, and, you know, obviously they had a need because they came back to eat. I presented, we did the tasting, and then I died. My arrow stopped right there because I wasn't really finishing the process. I was really strong here, really good. But I couldn't, there was things I was missing throughout, so we're gonna look kind of through these different steps, and I said, I'll email you all these so you have them.